Okay, so this is burnt sienna and white, titanium white. So what we're going to do right now is mix a medium tone. So it's, even if it's dark, that's okay, because we need to keep some room for highlights. It's going to dry darker. First layer will dry darker because of the dark canvas, the black canvas. Okay. Her neck. Okay, and we're just going to go down with this. First layer, if it doesn't look good, that's okay. No problem. That's just the first layer. That's good. Now, let's do hands. Okay. Okay, that's good. Other one. Okay. So now I have burnt sienna and white, so a little bit more white. I'm going to start with the nose, just the top part of the nose. What I'm doing is more like a curved, a very slight curve right there. Bottom part is usually, I'm going to zoom in a bit. Bottom part is usually slightly wider. I'm going to go in a little bit more to here. Okay. Now, let's do the cheekbone right there. Push it down slowly. Whatever leftover paint you have on your brush, just push it down. Now, I'm going to load my brush again. Let's do the what's paupière, Maria in English? Is Maria there?
Eyelids.
Eyelids, thank you.
Yes.
And a small touch for the nostril, right there. I'm taking just burnt sienna. I'm going to place the mouth because that's the only way for me to see. I lost the expression on her face when I started putting all of these colors. So I'm just going to prepare for the mouth a bit. Let's take white into my burnt sienna. Let's do the lower lip. It's okay. It's looking extremely like funny right now, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. We're just working on it slowly. It's going to take time. Let's take some burnt sienna in white, but not as much as we did top here, darker, and connect. I'm going to redo the mouth. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Harder on a small version.
All right, let's take some, let's get some black. Only black can save us right now. Perfect. Let's get some black. Small round brush. And all right. Getting there. Some light skin tone, so burnt sienna and white. Again. There. We're getting something now.
You're getting something.
Okay. All right, I'll give you time. I'm going to stop recording in a minute. Okay. Takes time, but it will work. It will work. Okay. It's a kind of a back and forth adjusting. So now I'm using burnt sienna and a bit of white because I lost the shape of the nose at the bottom here. Maybe I should wait for it to dry.
Like you're working on a miniature portrait, huh?
Yes, yes, absolutely. You're right. It's like working on a miniature portrait. Okay. I'm gonna put the eyes. I'm just gonna use black for the eyes.
No?
Black for the eyes.
Okay. And the eyebrows?
Eyebrows too. black, a bit of black and burnt sienna. So for the neck, to keep the neck looking, you know what, it's going to be simplified. Okay. So I'm going to start a medium tone highlight, not a strong one. I shouldn't start from here because the chin is supposed to be casting a shadow over this part. I'm just using white and burnt sienna, and I'm going to come here. Center. Keep this part dark. And I'll show you in a minute why. Now we're going to go down. Where the hair is, we're going to leave dark and dark here. This part of the body is higher. Then it goes down. When it goes down here, it goes slightly down. So I'm using just the leftover. I'm going to take a bit of white into my burnt sienna. Now I'm darkening my burnt sienna a bit with just burnt sienna. That's what I'm doing. I'm using burnt sienna to darken it. So less white, more burnt sienna. Going up, I'm going to go back to highlighted, so it's lighter now. So see what I'm doing. I'm going from up, down, and then down, up slowly. But I'm keeping this area. I'm trying to keep this area dark, a bit darker.
Oh,
Otherwise, the whole chest will look like it's flat on one level. It's not. The chest is higher here and lower here. So when you highlight the top, you're bringing the chest up. And when you darken it, you push it back in. Darkening a bit. It's going to be a back and forth. It's not going to happen the first time. But when it happens, you can see it. Like you can, when it works, you'll see it. All right.
is this yours?
Hmm?
Is this yours?
Mine.
Oh. The baby is crying?
No, it's a phone.
I know. They
Oh,
call
is the
you.
baby crying? Oh, I don't know. They're not going to call me.
That's why they call you?
No. Hey.
It's slightly darker right here, slightly darker right here. And then lighter right there. So let's let it dry and let's come to this part. Again, this part of the chest or of the body is higher, more highlighted, and then lower. It goes into the tummy. Tummy goes in. Okay, again, I'm adding white to my burnt sienna. So I'm going to highlight this a bit more, right there. I better stop because it's lifting. If I go over it too many times. I am really like, it's a very, very soft touch. Okay.
Dark or light?
I start with light over here and I just push whatever I have leftovers softly to the bottom.
The bottom is darker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Over
That's
here,
good.
it's darker.
Leal, I'm gonna go.
Okay. All
Bye-bye,
right.
Esther. Good night.
Good
Bye,
night, guys.
Esther.
See you next
Good
week.
night.
Good night,
Yes,
Esther.
Night. So I'm going to let it settle a bit before I continue. Because if you don't, we're going to end up with lifting of the paint. So meanwhile, I'm just going to adjust a bit the face. I'm just putting a bit of highlights over here over the cheekbone. This is slightly lighter. It shouldn't be darker. And then I'm just going to go back, darken this area a bit and highlight this, because this is where usually the neck is. So the neck is in, this area is out, this. So I'm just going to adjust a bit the highlights. Only this area, and then let it go back down. I'm going to adjust the color of the skin where I added the dark. I'm just using black and burnt sienna, touch of white. Okay, this turned a bit red, so I'm just okay. good. Let's do the tummy again. Burnt sienna and white. It's a pink. All of this will look, you're not going to see it that way. Once we start putting clothes on her and colors and everything, it's going to look different. I'm going to do you want me to do the hands right now or just stop for now?
We can do the hands, I think.
The hands, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm recording anyway, so you could look at it. All right, again, medium tone, kind of a medium color for now. And I'm just gonna paint the hands, fingers. Now the highlights are going to show me the shape. And from there, I can adjust. Okay, that's good. Now I've noticed that now because I'm highlighting, I can see that this finger right here is too long. So I'm putting black from the outside. Negative painting. And this one here is long. I'll adjust it later. This is good. And this is. So I'm adjusting the length or the shape of the fingers from the outside for now. And then I'll go back in. All right. Let's do this. I'll go back in and adjust more. Okay. Burnt sienna and white, medium tone for now. Now, I'm going to take just burnt umber, burnt sienna, put some black in it, just a bit, touch of black in my burnt sienna. And I'm going to darken fingers here. That will make them look like they're bending. There, that's much better. It looks like it's gripping the handle. So right now, I'm just gonna highlight tiny bit this area and over here again. And right here. Okay, that's good. Next one. Again, medium tone, burnt sienna, white. And let's do this one. Okay. Okay, now let's add white to the burnt sienna and highlight over here. This part, this is where the light hits. That's the top of the hand right here. Now, let's go back down to where the fingers are. I'm gonna just make my color tiny little bit darker. And don't take your color all the way down. Because if you do, you are going to make the fingers flat. This way, this part down here should stay dark, right there. It doesn't matter if it has detail or not, it should stay darker. Okay, this is drying darker. I'm gonna add a bit more white to my burnt sienna, highlight this a bit more, and then leave the rest. If the fingers are not showing enough, you could add tiny bit of burnt sienna and black in between, and I'll show you. You don't want to take it all the way, you just want to show a hint. I'm mixing now burnt sienna and a touch of black. All right, let's do this part. Just adjust this finger right here because it's usually longer. Oh, that's too light. Awesome. Okay. That's it. Okay. I'm mixing burnt sienna and black. I'm just gonna come here and darken this. No, not that dark. That's too dark. White. Add a bit of white. Aha, that's good. Okay. That's good.
Okay.